Ma'am, start introduction, please. Dr. Gopinath, ma'am, please start.
Very good afternoon to all the dignitaries and participants. It is my pleasure to invite one of the eminent scientists of IVRI Izatnagar, Dr. UK Day, senior scientist in the discipline of medicine, to this training program. Let me give a brief introduction about Sir. Sir was born in Midnapur district of West Bengal and did his BVSc and AH from West Bengal University of Animal and Fishery Sciences, Kolkata. Sir got his MBSc and PhD in veterinary medicine from ICAR-IVRI Izatnagar. Before joining Agriculture Research Service in the year 2009, Sir worked on production and quality control of PPR vaccine in Biological Product Division of IVRI. Sir has worked in the area of bovine mastitis, canine parvovirus, and enteric diseases of porcine and bovine. Sir has completed 2 institute-funded projects as principal investigator and 6 institute-funded projects as co-PI. Presently, he is working in 2 ICR-funded and several institute-funded projects as co-PI. Sir has developed one immunoglobulin-based potential therapeutic for treatment of canine parvovirus gastroenteritis as team leader. Besides, as a team member, Sir has also developed a crossbred pig variety for North India named Ladli and softwares on expert system for dog health and dog health management trainer, self-learning tools and IVRI vaccination guide app using information and communication technologies. Sir has published over 70 peer-reviewed research papers, review articles and technical articles in international and national journals of repute. Besides the research activities as a clinician, Sir has developed his vast experience in herd health management of dairy and swine production farms. Presently, he is looking after the management of teaching veterinary clinical complex of the institute. Regarding teaching, he is actively associated with teaching and hands-on training for undergraduate and postgraduate students of IBRA deemed university. Sir has already guided 6 MBSc and 1 PhD student as major advisor and several PhD and master scholars as co-advisors in the field of veterinary medicine and allied disciplines. Apart from research and teaching, Sir is actively associated with extension activities of the institute. Sir is working on Farmers First program to enhance livelihood security of the farming community through livestock and crop integration using proven technologies. He is also working in various institution building activities, including member of Board of Studies, member of Academic Council, IVRA deemed University Izatnagar. Sir is also associated with several professional scientific societies and participated in the International Conference on Animal and Dairy Sciences in Las Vegas, USA, besides several national and international conferences in India. To his credit, he has several research awards including ISBM, India's Young Scientist Award, prestigious DST International Travel Support Grant, Indian Herbs Sri Ramlal Agarwal Memorial Award. Sir has also got Best Article Award of the Indian Dairy Association besides several Best Poster Paper Presentation Awards. At present, he is working as senior scientist in the discipline of veterinary medicine at Referral Veterinary Polyclinic and teaching veterinary clinical complex of the institute. With this brief introduction, let me introduce Sir to deliver his talk on the topic recent advances in the diagnosis, treatment and management of mastitis in dairy animals. Welcome you, sir.
Thank you. And thank you, Dr. Gopinath, my colleague at Palampur, and Dr. Sudesh Raghuratra from Palampur, and also IBRI NADCL for giving me this opportunity for this talk. So before I start, sir, can I know that, what are the target here participants, assistant professor or farmer? Assistant professor.
All assistant professor, scientist and
Okay.
SMS.
Scientist and assistant. Okay.
Uh, yes.
So good afternoon to everybody and dear participants and the organizers. Now I have it is my immense pleasure to present before you one of the most important disease in our livestock sector, and it is a major problem in the dairy practice across the world. So the topic is that recent advances in the diagnosis, treatment, management of mastitis in dairy animals. Here we will discuss about the just now it is a full screen. It is available to everybody. I think. So when you will face any problem for listening or any sound problem, then kindly inform. So here for in next 1 hour or more, we will discuss about the diagnosis, treatment, management of mastitis, and what are the different diagnostic techniques and its recent developments. What are the treatment strategy and what is the difficulties in treatment and what is the advancement of treatment. And finally, we will discuss about the management or prevention control of the mastitis at her level, as well as the as well as the different practices adopted by international bodies like National Institute on Research on Dairy or National Mastitis Council. So mastitis, it is a very simple term and it is nothing new. This is the simple definition. Here for the diagnosis or any other, if you declare it is suffering from the mastitis of the animal, then here two things we can observe. One is the physical changes of the udder, another is the physiochemical changes of the body. Physical changes of udder means its structure, its structure, shape, and finally the secretion, milk, characteristic of milk. What is the abnormal milk? How it is deviates from the normal milk. So this is the inflammation, and inflammation means there will be some pain, maybe there or may not. And if you touch the udder, then you can feel that maybe some hot in case of acute cases, but in chronic cases it may not be. So this is very simple. There is nothing new. But for our introductory part, we must know when we will call it mastitis. Then what are the regimes? Most of the scene we have seen that mastitis is caused by the multiple pathogens, multiple bacterial pathogens, some fungal, algae, and some secondary complications of the viral disease, like FMD. If you see the FMD, after recovery of FMD, animals suffer from the mastitis or different type of abscess in the body. But if you look to the etiology, more than 95% cases you will be variety of the bacteria which are responsible for the mastitis. Then clinical signs, diagnostic approach, that we will discuss one by one, and management like this. Then etiology, if you give the etiology or the regime of the mastitis, what is the, so we can categorize the pathogens depending on their characteristics or their relation to the mastitis. Some pathogens are called contagious pathogens. That means these pathogens are already available in the healthy water.
Excuse me, sir.
But yes, please.
Sir, your slides are not moving. I think a slideshow is not on.
But I am showing the slides only. But it may take some time.
Sir, full screen.
Full screen I am telling you. Full screen.
Sir, can you please click on this slide share? That slideshow, the lower key.
I am doing in
Sir, can you
on.
choose the entire screen, share entire screen? You have chosen and only window. Can you stop sharing and present entire screen?
Okay. Just
that's why it's not. It is creating a separate window which was not shared.
Okay.
Can you go and share the entire screen?
Yes. Please just
start sharing again.
Entire
Choose the
screen.
first option.
Entire screen I have.
Yeah, entire screen. Then click on the screen and then share.
I think it may take some time. It is a big file.
Click on the screen. Click on the screen. After entire screen, there would be a screen shown at the center. Click on the screen. Yes, it started. Now let's go to PPT and start the slideshow.
It is started.
Yeah, perfect. Can you click on the hide option and go to PPT? Hide. Bottom, yeah.
Hide.
Let's go to the PPT. Yeah. Start the slideshow.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please continue, sir.
It is coming, sir. It is visible.
Yes, sir. Now it is visible.
Okay. Sorry for. So this is the basic thing I have already told. And the categorization of the pathogen is very important. What are the contagious, what is the environmental, what are the miscellaneous and other. Contagious pathogen means these pathogens are already present in the body of the animal or dairy animal. Then why it is not causing always mastitis? Because there depends on the depending of the immune status of the animal, immune competency of the animal. Once the animal is in lactation or perfusion, then there is naturally immune suppressor. So in that case, these pathogens which are present in the body or surface of the udder or teeth, they generally try to enter into the teeth cavity. And these are mainly responsible for the SCM. SCM means subclinical mastitis. Basically, Staphylococcus, Streptococcus, Galaxia, Mycoplasma like this. Opportunistic pathogens are these are the pathogens they are present in the environment. Environment means cow shed, their floor. Another is the your cow utensils which are responsible for which are used generally there in milking. So these are for the environmental pathogens, and when they get the opportunity and they enter into the body. This group come on Streptococcus group. And Streptococcus, among these Streptococcus uveitis and Dyscalaxia, it is very dangerous pathogen. It is very difficult to treat. Then other pathogens or the mastitis sporadically or affect single cow or few cows in a heart. Suppose in a heart of the animal of 1,000 in your capacity, dairy animal suppose 500, 700. But this pathogen not causes the mastitis always. They are sporadically, 1 or 2 cases you can get the mastitis. For that, you have to go the total bacteriological screening of the heart. Then only you can say that these are the pathogens which comes under the group of miscellaneous environmental pathogen. So, for diagnosis of mastitis or control of the mastitis, you need a good bacteriologist with full infrastructure of the bacteriological work. Then other pathogens also come there, as fungi, yeast are there, LV is there. So these are the some pathogens, but they are minimum in number. Sometimes they cause pathogens, but they are not the major problem. Major problem is Staphylococcus aureus, Streptococcus uveitis, Galaxia, and Mycoplasma bovis, and Escherichia coli. That also coliform. Major problem is that this pathogen generally go for the intracellular location. Inside the pathogen, mastitis, it is not only present in the milk, but milk cells which are present in the milk, they enter into that case, or mammary tissue. So drug distribution is very difficult for that pathogens. So mastitis management is very difficult. So I will discuss later on one by one. Then clinical signs I already told. Now here will come with the clinical mastitis, subclinical mastitis, paracute mastitis. How we can differentiate? Subclinical mastitis, it is not easy to diagnose by physical examination. Suppose if a clinical mastitis case is presented to you, or you are visiting in a farm, you are seeing so many clinical. So by visible examination of the animal, you can diagnose the clinical mastitis. But subclinical mastitis, you cannot diagnose simple physical examination. For that, you have to go for the milk examination. Milk examination, only 2 tests are sufficient for the clinical subclinical medicine, which can be performed in our field level also. Only California mastitis test, another is the somatic cell count. So when you will examine the milk, then you will get the +3, +4, +4 positive of the subclinical California mastitis test positive. Another is that if you go for the somatic cell count, then you will go for the more than 5 lakhs. Then in that case you can say subclinical, because they do not show any clinical signs. But this subclinical mastitis is very dangerous for any farm, because they reduce the milk production, which is unnoticed by the livestock raisers, dairy farmers or clinicians. Another is that it causes the milk loss in the farm, which cannot be recognized. And another reason is that this subclinical, when animal will go severe immunodepression or suppression or whatever stress, then subclinical mastitis will be converted to the clinical mastitis. Then another is the paracute inflammation. Paracute mastitis is some type of cases we have seen that in case of mastitis, especially for coliform Staphylococcus mastitis, the animal show the systemic reactions. Systemic reaction means animal will show the temperature, systemic body temperature. If you go the rectal temperature more than 103, or animal will be anorectic, ruminal contraction will be depressed. So in that case, their systemic sign will be there. So in that case, you go for paracute mastitis. In case of if you get the paracute mastitis or examine, then their treatment strategy will be little bit different. Then other different pathogens, abnormality, secretion, discoloration, presence of clot, plague, pus, blood, also is very important because depending on the changes of the milk secretion, we sometimes predict that mastitis. Suppose if the pus is coming, so maybe go for the strategy. If water, then maybe.
Sir, can you speak closer to the microphone?
Hello.
Because the audio is not that clear.
Hello, video is coming.
Much better. Can you speak closer to the microphone?
Now it is audible. Hello?
It is audible, but it is not clear. Can you make it clear by speaking close to the microphone?
I am doing microphone work. My mobile, through mobile, I am trying to do. Okay. Then you will get the.
Can you speak closer to the microphone? Your headphone microphone, yeah, that way. Yeah.
I am using this microphone only. Hello? I am presenting in microphone. Hello.
Okay, yeah, please.
Okay. Hello. Now.
Yeah, much
sounds
better.
are coming. Okay. So I am detached my earphone.
Voice is not clear, sir.
Okay. Hello. Now it is clear.
Sir, you have to stop the sound of one.
Voice is not clear, sir.
Sir, can you speak closer to the mic? Hello? Can you speak closer to the microphone? Yes, perfect.
Hello?
Yeah, much better.
Okay. So we have told about the different form of the mastitis, clinical signs, how we can diagnose. It is very important for a clinician. We must know that about what the cardinal signs of mastitis. By simply seeing the cases by the mastitis only, we can diagnose, say that mastitis. First, the diagnosis of pathogen-specific mastitis is very important. Then you can see the other abnormality, abnormal size, constitutive temperature. So for that, you have to examine the normal adder of the healthy animal. What is the uniformity? What is the teeth structure? Then only you can differentiate that which are healthy, which are abnormal. Then systemic reaction I have already told. Then coliform, depending on the pathogen types, they also call different types. Just subclinical mastitis. Mostly short-term clinical mastitis, they call it by the coliform. Suppose STD coli. Then step only a streptococcus dysgalacea, they cause recurrent clinical mastitis. Recurrent clinical mastitis you are treating and recovering, but after few days or after 1 month, they can recur because these pathogens are totally not eliminated from the body. Then streptococcus agalacea, it is a persistent clinical mastitis. That means you are treating but not responding completely. It persists the all sorts of symptoms. So these are the different type of idea. Then pathogenesis it is not much required because it is not totally theoretical. All everybody knows. There are two stages: the invasion, infection, influenza. 3 points we should. Invasion, movement of pathogen from exterior teeth area to teeth area. So this point is very important for the prevention of control, prevention of mastitis. This point is very important because there is every possibility of the pathogen enter from the teeth, exterior tissue to the inside the teeth. So in that case, what type of support teeth DP is very important because the hygienic measure of the teeth is very important. Then we can take. Then infection, once the pathogen enter into the body or teeth canal or agar, inside the agar, then they multiply and they produce the different type of toxins and invade the pathogen, and they can invade the mammary tissue, the blood vessels, they can rupture blood vessels, or they may enter in the leukocyte population and only. So this is called the infection. Inflammation, after this releasing of the toxin, they produce various type of systemic reactions, inflammatory symptoms, various type of molecules they are secreted, support cytokines, various type of inflammatory mediators. So this is called the causes the inflammation. So this is the basically 3 phases of the pathogenesis. Then we can go for the diagnostic approach. Diagnostic approach, here I can discuss the diagnostic approach. As per the International Dairy Federation or National Mastitis Council, there are 3 most important diagnostic tests required before going to the declare going to declare the animal that it is suffering from the mastitis. Or if you want to go for any research, so three important tests are involved. If you don't do these three tests, then no international research authority will recognize your work. First is the California mastitis test. First, California mastitis, it is very simple test and it can perform at the outside test. Very simple. Simple, but sodium you need the at first you have to prepare the CMT reagent. CMT reagent, what is sodium hydroxide? It is a very common chemical. People means simple detergent, promopicol purple, 5 mg, and distilled water. All the chemicals are available in all state hospitals or whatever the state agriculture or any research institute. Then in this proposal you have to add, then you will prepare the CMT reagent. Otherwise, this reagent also available in the market very commercially and very less cost, not that much cost. Then how do you perform? First, suppose you have to take the 2 to 3 ml more milk. First 4 quarters. So I have identified right day 4, left 4, right hind, left hind. So equal amount of milk at first you have to add, then equal amount of CMT reagent. Suppose 2 ml milk and 2 ml CMT reagent. Then you mix it by square by round, shaking this in the round way, and there will form of the gel formation. After that, when you will tilt all the oils, then you will see if all the mixture, some milk sample of some water will immediately go down, and some of the milk will form the gel. They will adhere in the upper side. So depending on the gel formation, they will case the you can grade the cases that this is subclinical mastitis and degree of mastitis. That I have told no change. That means you mixture totally dislodged from the this cup, then it will slime formation which disappears with continuous movement of the pen. Slime formation, but if you move the egg, then it will immediately lose. Then what? If you no gel formation slime purchase a distinct slime, then two. Discuss gel which adhere to the margin of the cup with color changes. Then gel which are convex projection that will not dislodge at all. Then this is the mixing. And what is the principle of the California? This we know already, everybody knows the California mastitis test we can diagnose the subclinical clinical mastitis. But what is the principle of this test? Principle of this test, when this reagent we use in the milk, this detergent will disintegrate the cell of the milk. In milk, 4 types of cells are there, which are called the somatic cells. That I will show in the upcoming slide. One is the neutrophil, lymphocyte, macrophage, epithelium. These 4 types of cells are known as somatic cells. So when you add the reagent, this reagent will disintegrate the cellular membrane or structure, and genetic material will come out, and they will form the gel. So in case of mastitis, number of cells will be more, so more genetic material will be accumulated, and they will form the gel.
Hello.
Yeah, please, sir.
Actually, light has gone.
Can you
here.
join via
When the,
laptop because your presentation is?
So I am presenting in. Yeah.
Sir, presentation is going to be from your laptop. I think your laptop is not
Sir.
connected.
Hello.
Who's going to move the presentation?
Presentation, but I think it will be act or not.
Sorry?
It is moving.
No, you got disconnected via the laptop.
Because here net internet connection is gone due to load setting. But may I send this lecture to the Dr. Devi Gopinath so that she can share?
Sure. Yeah,
Yes,
please
sir.
share it to her.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can.
I sent to Dr. Devi Gopinath. Hello.
Ma'am, can you check your presentation and
Hello?
share your screen? Yeah, just a second, sir. Dr. Gopinath. Hello, ma'am. Dr. Gopinath, are you with us?
Hello. Got that? Got the presentation?
Dr. Gopinath, please share the screen. Choose entire screen. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Let us wait for Dr. Gopinath to share her screen. Dr. Gopinath, can you share your screen?
Present now. Your entire screen.
You share your screen, choose entire screen, click on the screen which is at the center. The share button should turn blue, and once the button is blue, click on it and share.
Okay, one.
Have you done that, ma'am?
Share button is not turning blue.
You have to click on the screen which is shown at the center. Then the share button will turn blue.
Okay, yes. Should I hide it then?
Hello?
The hide option came. 1 minute.
Yeah. It is started. Now let's open the PPT.
I am opening the PPT.
Yes.
Okay.
Now.
Let us go to the first, start the slideshow and move to the slide which our resource person was.
That is good.
Stop.
So,
Yeah, please continue, sir. Can you be a bit louder? Yeah, close to the microphone.
Hello. Now it is very audible.
Can you hold the mic in your hand close to your mouth, sir? Yeah, please start, sir.
Okay. Okay. So, in case of now it is audible. In case of recognized state by the intention, and this is very easy to perform in the field. Next slide.
Yes, sir.
Next. In case of then again we can go for the somatic cell count. Then what somatic cell count? What we are doing? In case of somatic cell count, before somatic cell count, this slide from this slide.
So you are not audible, sir.
Not moving.
Sir, you are not audible, sir. Actually,
I am not audible. Hello. Audible.
Hello, sir. Is this a slide, sir? Sir, in between breaking is there,
Hello?
but still, is this the slide you want to share? Sir, is this the slide you want me to share?
Could you remove the earphone? Because I think the earphone is not that great. The quality of recording from the earphone is not that great. I think the phone or laptop would be able to capture your voice much better. Hello? Dr. Ujjwal Kumar, could you remove the earphones so that you could directly...
So in case of somatic cell count, what's happened? In case of somatic cell count, hello, now it is coming.
Sir, can you unmute?
Dr. Day, you are
Can you
not
unmute?
audible. Dr. A, Dr. Day, you unmute.
Hello.
Sir, can you unmute your? Yeah, from laptop, can you unmute or from your phone? Sir, can you unmute? Yeah, go to Chrome and unmute.
Acha, okay. Now it is visible, audible. Hello. Audible.
Yes, much better.
So in case of somatic cell count, another important is that this somatic cell count also we can do in our simple laboratory or microscope field veterinary clinics. So for somatic cell count, the composition of the reagent is called
Could
the
you click on the slideshow, sir?
slide. In case of somatic cell count, so here also use there is a methylene blue, ethyl alcohol, tetrachloroethane, and glacial acetic acid. And if you mix it properly, and by mixing it, then it will be a Newman-Lambert stain. This is called Newman-Lambert stain. And in case of Newman-Lambert, this is also commercially available in various companies, and it is hardly cost 100 rupees or 100 ml or 200 ml. And from 200 ml, you can stream thousands of clinical milk samples. So for that somatic cell count are generally performed in some automatic cell counter. Any institute having this automatic cell counter. But if you are not having any automatic cell counter, you can do in simple microscopic method. So what you will do for the somatic cell count? Just at first you have to prepare this reagent, and in a slide, take the slide and take the milk sample. Milk sample 10 microliter milk sample you have to take. In a slide, you have to mark 1 centimeter square, and 10 microliter milk sample with proper mixing. You spread it in a 1 centimeter square area, then dry it and put this stain 1 or 2 drop on the milk and wait for 1 to 2 minutes. After that, you wash the stain, excess wash in a simple tap water and dry it and seal under the oil microscope under oil immersion. Suppose in like that we do the DLC. So in that case, for a microscope, you have to take the microscopic calculation of the microscope factor. Whatever the microscope you are using, this microscope may differ from microscope. So once you measure the microscope from any microscope, then this microscope can be used for the somatic cell count. And from this is the radius you have to see. After this radius, the area, the calculation is there. From that, one microscopic factor will come, and whatever the cells you are getting, suppose in a 30 fields you are 30 fields you are counting the cell. After getting the total number, so divide by 30, and the average number whatever you multiply by this microscopic factor, because it is the microscope, one microscope, but in your microscope this may be better. So whatever the cell number total will come, this will be the total number of cells that per ml of milk, and it will be expressed as lakhs. Generally 1 to 2 lakhs milk per of any milk sample is considered as a milk from the healthy quarter, and above 4 to 5 lakhs, then you can consider this is maybe some suffering from mastitis, clinical or subclinical. So then what you will see after that doing the staining, you will get this type of picture, a microscopic. It will blue color will be the or green color will be background and the cell will be. And here you can easily identify these cells, neutrophil, lymphocyte, and some other cells, macrophage, and so. And if you compare the cell from the mastitis and healthy meat, then you will get this type of picture. In SCC, somatic milk mastitis, these thousands of hundred of cells you will get in one pill. But in case of one pill, one or two cells you can get, or sometimes you may not get the milk cell. So based on this somatic cell count, we can threshold level sum is there. But cow 2 to 3 lakh per annum, goat 10 lakhs, sheep 5 to 10 lakhs, near 100 to 223, and pig generally 20 lakhs. It is considered the normal range. But in our country, I have seen many literatures and I searching India's, but there is no our country, there is particular somatic cell count level has been reported by Indian DADH or in the dairy industry or dairy industry. But in foreign country, 1 to 2 lakh the threshold level, they consider it a threshold level. But here 2 to 3 lakhs we generally consider. But there is no published literature. I have find a single published literature where it is mentioned that in our Indian condition, this threshold somatic cell count will be. But somatic cell count importance is there, very important in case of dairy developed nations, because their value of the milk is determined by the somatic cell count. They do the bulk milk somatic cell. That means after milking, when the milks are collected in a entire tank or collection tank, then this composite milk they use for the somatic cell. And if the somatic cell is much more, that suppose 5 lakhs more, then the value of the milk will be reduced. But here in our country, there is no such regulatory procedures is there. And another thing, before moving to the next diagnostic, I must want to say that for the somatic cell count and California mastitis test, one should keep in mind that when you do this type of two tests from the milk, you have to do very immediately. Suppose you are collecting the milk sample in the morning and you are doing somatic cell count in the evening or CMT, then this result will be erroneous. They will give, in case of subclinical, you will get the positive result in case of healthy animal. But in case of somatic cell count, you may not get a cell, because once the milk will be old or time will progress, then cell will be disintegrated in the milk cells. Because these minute cells, they generally engulf the fat globules and that disintegrate the cellular structure. Cellular structure, you will not get the cellular structure. So in case of older age time, if you collect the milk much before doing the SCC, somatic cell count, you have to do it immediately or within 1 to 2 hours. Otherwise, you may not get the cell, because cell membrane will be disintegrated and cell will be not stained properly. So this thing you should keep into mind. Another is the isolation of bacteria. This third test recommended by the ICAR. Suppose Staphylococcus aureus, you collect the milk sample and stick the bare packer, you get this type of black colony. Macomb then this type of colony, or emden layer of metallic seal will be. Edwards or Streptococcus colony. You use Streptococcus, this will be chain. In case of
Can you unmute, sir, again? Sir, you accidentally pressed the microphone and it muted.
okay. And here, what's happened? This is the bacterial. Then from that, after identification of the bacteria, then you can go for the total bacteria count in the milk. Then total bacteria standard plate count you have to give the milk sample in the collect and serial dilution, then you have to incubate with the media, then you give the count the colony, and it will give the total bacteria count or TBC in the per ml of milk. This is very important, and it can be done by the bacterial test. Then another is the Fortis test. You know, already everybody knows. This is specific test for the Streptococcus agalactiae. This one reagent you have to prepare bromophysiol purple, and then you have to 5.5 ml solution in each test. Then rest of the portion you have to stop milk. Then you have to keep it for the 40 hours and catch a flex at the side of the tube after incubation indicate presence of the streptococcus. This is the one of the most test for the streptococcus galaxia only. Then bromocusal purpura test also there. This depending on the pH of the milk. Then Nages test is there. This test is based on this is the enzyme which is secreted by the leukocytes of the milk. So if the enzyme level is more in the milk, then you can say that there are more number of cells. More numbers of cells means I have already told this is the increased somatic cell count and maybe indicator of the mastitis. Then other various type of tests, lactose, determinants of pH, milk catalase, electrical conductivity tests, chloride tests, and so many other tests are there, which are indirect tests of the diagnosis of mastitis. Apart from these, there are different type of tests are there. The milk differential leukocyte. The lung blood, you can collect the DLC in the milk. You have to centrifuge the milk, make a smear, go for fixing, gene sustaining, then you will get the neutrophil or lymphocyte population differentiate. If neutrophil population more, then you will get the indicator of the mastitis. Yes, different type of enzymatic activity, lipase, lysozyme, these are all tests are there, but it is not possible to perform without field level because it needs costly chemical or ELISA kits or whatever it may be. So it is not possible. And some non-specific molecules also, serum amyloid A, haptoglobin, then ceruloplasmin, C, reactive and pathogen enzymes and somatic other all of the different type of tests. These are for the knowledge, not for perform in the field. Only field possible is the CMT, SCC and bacteriology. You are having the laminar flow, then you can go for the bacteriology. Then after the diagnosis of the successful diagnosis of the mastitis, then what is the therapeutic or control approach? Suppose we are somebody is a some scientist or the scientist like sometimes in charge of the dairy farm. So in that case, dairy farm one of the more objective will be there in that case how to minimize the mastitis, prevalence of mastitis, incidence of mastitis in our organized dairy farm. So in that case, what should our approach? Our approach first the three basic principles are there if you control the mastitis. First point will be that you have to eliminate the existing whatever the mastitis is there in your farm. Suppose you are joining today in the dairy farm as in charge, and if you visit the farm, then you will get 5 to 10 cases of the clinical mastitis for it. So your first primary will be objective will be you have to eliminate this mastitis pathogen by effective treatment. Suppose antimicrobial treatment or dry cow therapy, treating the infection, culling the chronic disease. That means whatever mastitis is there, you have to initiate the treatment with good antibiotic. Some animals will be there, they are under treatment but not responding, so you have to cull them. So this is the elimination of the existing. Next step will be the prevention immunization. How we prevent the new infection in the dairy animals, whatever the animals are there. Then what strategy we should adopt so that new infection can be prevented. This the only way is the environmental management, nutrition management, pre and post teat dipping. Teat dipping is the most important. And proper milking practice. If your milk is the animal is high yielder and we use the machine milking, then proper hygiene of the machine milking is equipment will be more important. Then third is the monitoring of udder health status. Monitoring udder health status from the lactation or dry period, you have to keep in mind how we can use the udder health, improve the udder health of the dairy animal, so that when animal will come in lactation, then there will be less chance of the mastitis. So in that case, we have to go the nutritional approach, balanced nutrition, vitamin, mineral, which are some vitamin minerals are the enormous potential for their immunomodulating activity or antioxidant potential and anti-stress activity like selenium, vitamin E, selenium is very important, zinc, copper, ascorbic alpha tocopherol, vitamin E, ascorbic acid. If we supply this type of nutrients little bit more, then they other health immunity will be. So taking into that line of treatment, what should be the line of treatment in case of mastitis? Suppose it is staphylococcus aureus mastitis. Suppose milk is coming with a pus. So whatever you have to give the some non-steroidal anti-inflammatory depending on the pain or pilot cells they are fever. Then we have to give the intramammary infusion of some broad spectrum antimicrobial, because we cannot know at this stage which type of bacteria. At the same time, we have to give the parenteral administration of the penicillin to the product. So intravenous, intramuscular, like amoxicillin, sulfatam, whatever it be. Intravenous administration, large quantity electrolyte solution here to be. When the more of the fluid therapy we can give, then more of the toxins will be released from the body. Or sometimes oxytocin may be given to promote the milk. Until unless we clean the milk or total let down of the milk, this bacteria will be removed. But once the milk is removed from the udder, evaporated, the maximum bacteria will be removed. Then drug will be more effective. Or in case of gangrenous clot, then you have to go for the surgical intervention. Such type of cases I will also present in a clinical cases. I will slide. In coliform mastitis also same parenteral intermammary, same procedure, fluid and electrolyte, anti-inflammatory drug. On mycoplasmal mastitis, so oxytetracycline is the drug of choice for the eye. Then treatment of fibrous mastitis. Fibrous mastitis, basically in case of fibrous mastitis, animals do myopathy, they already damaged and replaced by the fibrous tissue. So in that case, no drug will be distributed to that area. So fibrous mastitis will not respond to anything. Many company, pharmaceutical company, they claim that our drugs will there, it can improve the fibrous mastitis. But I do not rely on that strongly, because fibrous mastitis is an irreversible material, irreversible stage, so it cannot be treated. But some reports are there, some homeopathic medicine they are claiming that it is useful, but I don't find any beneficial effect of this product. Then environmental management, environmental management, clean, deep dipping 0.2% iodine, which is very important, hyaluronidine, glycerin, sodium hypochlorite. Then dry cow therapy, long-acting antibiotics. What is dry cow therapy? Dry cow therapy means use of the intramammary drug, long-acting intramammary drug. Hello. Somebody. So in case of at the end of the lactation, at the end of the day of the lactation, then we use the long-acting antibiotic agent dry cow therapy, because it will prevent the infection in the subsequent lactation. So here, dry cow therapy is done through the long-acting antibiotic at the end of the lactation. Suppose animal is milking for 1 year, and after suppose you are decided that after 31st December animal will go for dry, will not milk. So on that day after the last milking, we have to give the intramammary, the long-acting antibiotic. Then this is called dry cow therapy. It is very important for the heart rate program. Then antimicrobial therapy, I have already told. Nutraceutical, vitamin E, selenium, systemic paracute infection, I have already told. Alternative therapy are also there, but these are not that much standard. Other abnormality, besides the mastitis, some other cases or come which are called the allied mastitis and allied disease. Suppose some cases come, milk is coming with the blood. Okay, milk with blood, hello. In case of first bleeding, first lactation, when there is a large number of high-yielder animals here, then there is a milk congestions are there. So when the dairy farmers they milk the animal, then they get tearing of the capillary, microcapillary. Is sometimes large. So in that case, it may be not because of the mastitis, but bleeding is there, so blood is there. So in that case, calcium chloride, you can do parenteral anticoagulant, you can do streptococcus, ABC, tranexamic. Another you can give so the udder edema in the udder, accumulation of water due to congestion of the udder. Then generally these are seen in case of high-yielder animal in first lactation. So in that case, some diuretics we can. Then milk drop syndrome also, there sudden drop of milk within a day. So maybe leptospiromegaly. So in that case, penicillin proof of drug, but you have to examine the milk. Then another is the milk fat dilution, fat percentage of milk from the. So this is due to the dietary error, which means crude fiber level in the vessel. So this is the other abnormality of the milk aside from the mastitis. So regarding the intramammary infusion, what we should do? Regarding the intramammary, when the intramammary, sometimes we have seen that in the owners, what they do, if you prescribe the intramammary, they do not use the total tube, because this tube is dosed from the single tube. But owners sometimes what do, they do some portion of the tip in one tip and another some portion with the other. So this is the underdose. Another thing, you have to counsel the owner. We should counsel the owner that before administering the milk, you have to complete evacuation of the milk is very required. When the milk will be there, then drug distribution will be mixed, so it will not be. Sometimes owners they do not evacuate the milk. In proper schedule, morning, evening for 3 to 5 days, then only it will export. So proper counseling is very important. Then successful development success story, we can see this type of cases presented 2 months back in our clinic, and I have. These are the mastitis. It was little bit old, and the owner did not read properly. So it was presented, and we used the teeth cycle. Then we did this type of technique with blood. Then I told that prognosis is not that good. But in spite of that, I gave the prescription systemic intramammary, systemic IV shot through IV route, another in the intramammary. Then after 5 days, we have seen this color of the milk, this color of the 7 days, and quite improving gradually. And day 10, this is the progress, and anyone is completely cured. So proper counseling is very important. I told that before introduction to the internal, you have to evacuate the other. Until you evacuate the other, this drug will not come. And the owner followed the instruction, and he finally she presented the milk, yes, and now it is healthy. Then what happens when the treatment is delayed? In the treatment, sometimes in case of mastitis, there is the dead stage. Because they try to treat in the local level, and there is a underdose is very important. Underdose is mostly recognized factor in the field cases. So what happens once the detail, then there is abscess. This is also a original case. Then abscess was there. When I initially enter the teeth cycle, then there is nothing. So in that the side by side and pierce one needle and create the milk. And after incision, you will get from a 2 to 3, 5 to 10 liters abscess milk has come on, and it is prognosis is clear. Prognosis is clear. Amputation. So this is the fibrosis in case of milk, either fibrosis or abscess. This is the same. Another is the indication. So detailed mastitis control strategies have been outlined. In case of mastitis control, there is 2 international research institutes, international bodies there in which generally give the advice how to control the mastitis. National Institute of Research and Dairy, NIRD, and the National Institute. They indicated that initially the important 5-point control plan attacking the key areas of the mastitis. The 5-point plan has been identified highly successful for the control of contagious mastitis, but it is not adequate for the environmental mastitis. So they initially implemented 5-point for mastitis control, which can effectively control the contagious pathogen that I have told in the first slide. The first type of pathogen which are controlled present in the body, but during get the opportunity they enter. What contagious pathogen? They are very highly pathogenic process. So for this control, they 5-point control they have provided. What is the 5-point control? Udder hygiene, proper milking method. Udder hygiene, cleaning, udder hygiene was teeth dipping, washing of the udder, proper hygienic measure of the milking equipment, and the hygiene of the milk. Proper installation, function, maintenance of milking equipment. How you maintain the milking equipment? So proper disinfection is there or not. Then dry cow management and therapy. I have already told what is dry cow therapy. Dry cow therapy, infusion of the internally at the last day of the milk. Then appropriate therapy mastitis causing during lactation. If the mastitis is causing the lactation time, so how effectively you can do. And chronically infected. Which are the chronic cases you have to exclude from the farm. Another deal with the potential source of the other animals. So this is the 5 control program. Initially they have recommended in terms of the National Mastitis Council and NIRD for the, but these points are effective only for the contagious pathogen control. But what about the environmental pathogen? Then for environmental pathogen, 5 additional management practices. They have given this maintenance of the appropriate environment, because mastitis is the management. in a heart, how you can manage, how you manage the environment, how you manage the heart. Then good record keeping in history of the record of the animal, whether it was previously infected with mastitis or not, like this. Monitoring of other health status, monitoring of other health status, how you can, you buy bulk milk somatic cell count. You can do the bulk milk cell periodic. Then you can see the somatic cell count pattern. Then you can assess what is the status of the RL. Then periodic review of the RL management program that will do, and setting goals for the other health status. What is the goal? That means how you have target, set the target that you should keep the minimum somatic cell count of the milk of the. So these are the other additional which are only applicable for the environmental pathogens. So these are the beginning previous milking procedure, other washing, how you other before milking, you have to remove the initial milk, the milking sequence, then leak out first, infected cow at last sequence. Other measures, post milking feed dipping, and non-chemical feed dipping feed solutions. So these are the different. Now the question is the antimicrobial therapy we have already told, but why it is not that much effective in case of mastitis? So internally administration of the anti convenient option for the treatment of the mastitis, but despite appropriate choice of the antimicrobial, current mastitis lactation are not very much successful and cure rate not up to the level. So what is the factors of there? Different type of factors are there. Suppose some pathogens remain inactive. This creates some pathogens which are not active against the mastitis. Gut tolerance, antimicrobial destruction, deformation, effectively intracellular location of the pathogen. Suppose staph or E. coli, they raise an intracellular pathogen. So drug distribution will not. Sometimes antibiotic will not. The ill form of the microbial antimicrobial. Some antibiotics will not work on the cell wall synthesis are not much in case of ill form. Escape from antimicrobial. Adverse effect of drug on immune cells, spleen and polymorphic immunity function by the some antibiotics. Organisms are short-lived in the mammary gland. Sometimes they remain for the short time. So when we give the antibiotic,
just API किस index of proper current declare. And ये क्या E not
hello.
ये या की देखो ना सुझी है का मतलब API index होता है क्या? So नीचे हमेशा
So in case of infection of the inappropriate. Hello. Please do the mute, please. Improper physical obstruction, necrotic tissue. If the microabscess is there, internal, sometimes antibiotic may not. Infection of the teeth canal. So in that case, the center internal or dry therapy that not able to teeth canal infection completely. So these are the different aspects. Then latest advances from homeopathy, some reports of there, oxytocin, Ujjwal, herbal, nasty herbal, intramammary drug, they have developed personal innovative formulation. So they are claiming that it is effective. Then some different cytokine reactivation. These are all the reported temperature, but this is not really in practice. Vaccine, regarding the vaccine, when we talk about any infectivity, we must talk about the vaccine. But here, in case of mastitis, suppose in brucella, you can develop the vaccine. In case of inches, brucella vaccine. But mastitis, it is not possible. But it is not caused by the one pathogen. Suppose E. coli, not Staph aureus. So, in that case, development of vaccine is not possible in case of mastitis. Still, there are so many vaccines they have tried in the literature. First vaccine is the G5 vaccine, but it is effective against the and but you do not know when the screen of the mastitis, you do not know exactly the what is the problem. So in that case, vaccination scope is very less, and most of the vaccine are field vaccine. So in that case, repeated vaccination will be done. So vaccination strategy is not effective in case of mastitis. Only management is the only.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Which
Complete.
slide to share, sir?
Okay, complete another 5 minutes.
No, sir. Which slide to share, sir? Slide I'm.
Slide.
Antimicrobial therapy in mastitis prevention slide or
Antimicrobial therapy in mastitis, how much successful? Okay.
5 additional management practices is over. Then prevention.
Prevention and control measures.
Excuse me, sir.
Prevention and control measures.
Prevention and control.
Prevention and control measures. Suppose other health management. Other health management. It is a dry culture. So why you would dry culture means intravenous infusion antimicrobial on the last day of the
Yes, sir.
lactation.
Vaccine is the last
Vaccine is
point.
over. Vaccine is over.
Okay. Prevention and control measure.
Prevention
Other health
control measure,
management.
other health. Right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Then next is the prevention. I have already these things I have already told. Then preventive measure farm animal practice. Some little bit information for a dairy farm manager. You have to go for enthalment for every 3 to 4 months and rotational changing of the group of the suppose enmendazole. Then you have to repeat the oxycodonate, some other drug. So rotational deworming is very important. So in case of dairy. Then another is the acaricidal spray is also important. Acaricidal spray supports cypermetry because in case of summer season you can go in some cases of neem infection. So acaricidal generally cypermetry is most effective and 3 ml per liter of water spray for people. So keep nice neatly. And this is the picture of our own dairy farm, our dairy school. So you see this is the clean and they are maintained. This is the calf section, very clean. This is the lawn. Then another is the basic thing I have basic thing I want to just for recapitulation, though everybody knows some vaccination program in a life of farm animals. Foot and mouth disease vaccine we have to give 2 times in a month, April, May, October. Single dose in a year is not enough. HS you have to give May, June and May before the rainy season. Then blackwater vaccine 6 months, repeat annually. Brucella water strain 19, we have to do 6 to 4 months. Female calves only female calves. Single dose in a lifetime. Then pig swine fever for the age of 3 months annually because it is a live vaccine. So PPR seed dose only 3 months, once in a lifetime is sometimes sufficient or annually. Goat pox also same, sheep pox same, intertoxinal vaccine. Rabies post bite 037 14 28 19. These are the different vaccination protocol and some vaccine combined vaccines are available in the market. Then if you know the vaccination schedule of canine, those who are interested in canine practice, then you can see 6 to 8 weeks generally we start the vaccination. There will multiple vaccination, distemper, hepatitis, parvovirus, and the leptospira. Then booster after 21 days, repeat annually. Then after 3 months of age, start the rabies and booster 21st day and annually. So this is the entire program of the vaccination. But before starting the vaccination, you have to examine the dog for this deworming. You have to do multivitamin supplementation. You have to check the anemia is there or not. Then iron supplementation, multivitamin, calcium. Then you start the 3 to 4 6 weeks of age of the vaccine. And if you schedule this forward, then it will be effective vaccination program for the cat. So this is for the information how to. And this is all about my presentation. And thank you so much. If you have any question, you can ask me. I will try my best. And this is the dairy rules in our ideal farm, and this is the dairy car. They are ready for milking. Machines is here, and very clean farming. Okay, Dr. Devinath, Dr. Devi.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I have finished my talk. So if you anybody ask any question, you can ask me. I will try.
Thank you so much, sir,
Thank you.
for your presentation, sir. Let's check the queries. Sir, will udder mask be useful to prevent mastitis instead of using chemical disinfectant antibiotics?
Which one?
Udder mask will be useful to prevent mastitis instead of using chemical disinfectant antibiotics.
Under mask we can use, but this will not totally complete the pathogens, because some antiseptic may be there so that it can kill the pathogens. Other than this, pathogen may persist long time.
Okay, so next question: how to prevent the spread of subclinical mastitis to clinical form? how to control the spread of mastitis for the occurrence of various reproductive disorders.
How to control the spread of mastitis?
How to prevent the spread of
Okay.
subclinical mastitis to clinical.
Yes, it is the prevent of subclinical mastitis means you have to post teeth dipping is very important. Pre and post dipping. Suppose potassium permanganate pre-treating. Post teeth dipping you can use if you do not want to use any chemical. So you can use some herbal teeth dip. Suppose you can simply boil the neem leaves, neem Azadirachta indica. They are highly antimicrobial. So you can use and clean the udder and wipe the with cloth. You can. So this is one of the something. Another is that during milking hygiene, hand hygiene is very important. Some finger mistake is there. People are using unhygienic hand. They are using milkers. How their hygienic standards are maintained. So in that case, they can get the increase. Mainly management is very important. How cleanly environment works. Another is how to control the spread of mastitis for the occurrence of the reproductive. Now, mastitis and reproductive disease are different diseases. Reproductive disease are mastitis, sometimes mastitis metritis also occurs, but these are different type of disease. Mastitis is not that much related to reproductive. Next.
Sir, I think queries are over. Only 2 queries were there.
Okay.
And thank you so much, sir, for spending your valuable time for us. And
Thank you.
even though some disturbances were there,
Actually, in online system, we may expect some type of disturbances.
yes, sir, some unpredictable accidents can happen. Sir, anyway, thank you so much, sir, for your
Thank you, Dr.
data-filled
Gopinath.
lecture. I think all the participants might have benefited from your lecture, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Gopinath, and your
Okay.
entire team and the organizer giving and I try to every aspect of the mastitis.
Yes, sir. It is actually mastitis is a very common topic, but
Very
it is the
common topic.
most difficult topic.
Yes.
Yes.
So, have a good day and
Yes, sir.
best of luck to all the participants and your organizing committee for grand success of your program.
Okay. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Sir, looking forward to your
Okay.
further lecture, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.